So looking at our post options and the reads that will be there. So talking about the slot screens here. So this is the post player picking for the slot players. We prefer the post player to screen for one of these two guys. We'll get to the wing screens in a minute. We'll stick to the slot players. So ball reversal. The ball comes out. Remember, this guy doesn't do anything. This guy's already on his way, and he's coming as if he is going to screen this guy. So he's headed right in this direction. So they're going to start assuming this guy is probably going to start creeping up to go above this screen. You know, this defender is trailing him this way. Then we're going to make this pass. Hope you guys see what's developing here. To this slot. He was always prepared to screen for this guy. He was never going to screen for this guy. Again, so now he's switching, and this guy is taking a hard dribble here. So this guy hopefully is likely to try and fight over. Hopefully this guy's getting enough that he engages both of these defenders. I hope you see what's developing. And these guys are big. This guy can stretch the gap a little bit. You know, make sure you're in the slot outside the lane line, extended, hopefully making the space. But we're coming in here, and the idea is this guard is trying to engage both these defenders. If he does, then he does not need, he can kind of start reversing that pick, and he will have stretched this gap out here so you guys can see the spacing better. So you can see what we have now. This guy, if the ball is here, is probably here, but he's not going to beat him. You can see we got a wide open scoring chance there. So that's why, and that's the ideal, what we're trying to do. So that involves the guard being really smart and using those and setting up to engage these two guys. I will go over it again. The other option, let's say they do switch fairly well. So he can come over here. This guy's right here. This guy's not wanting to leave because he doesn't feel like he can get off wide open because this guy didn't quite engage with this threat here. And this guy's doing okay. He's in gap. This is getting too narrow for this guy to continue to go through. So he just reverses that screen to a back screen, cross, whatever, a hard cross, get back going this way. You've picked this guy. This guy's probably coming over to try and meet him on that drive. There's our roll, wide open, or he takes him, and then now there's our, our pick working for our dribbler all the way to the basket. So we'll start in here. Same thing, he's picked up. D-cut, make sure it's easy. If the guy's not trying to threaten you, just come out. I don't care if you come out this far to get the ball. If he's not going to chase you, make it easy, right? We don't care. But remember what I showed you on this other side. If we can't get loose here, we just cut through and this guy comes over, and so forth and so on. I'm not going to go through that again. I hope you guys got it. So ball reversal. He's wanting to get involved in the game. We've gone around. None of our guards were finding anything that they like to attack. So on our ball reversals is when I want our post player to get involved. It doesn't have to be every first time back around. We can go back and forth two or three times, seeing if our guards can get down there. But I do want him to key in on ball reversal. So anybody that plays the post. So ball reversal, he might start might start coming up. We get the ball here. Nothing happens. He's coming in this angle as if he's going to pick this guy. He's coming at that angle. Ball is moving to here, slot to slot. So I may not have done it right last time, but make sure you do the exchange away. I could create this guy gaps. He could move over and get those gaps bigger. And now he's turning here. So remember, this guy is attacking this area. And you really want this guy. So he's allowing this to happen if he wants it. He's allowing for him to get above him because we really want to fool them and get that trailing defender of him to both engage with this hard dribble. Again, he might need to stretch the gap a little bit, and maybe it even looks like that. But again, we don't care. If he engages these two guys, it's all over for them. And this guy might want to stretch that gap as much as to make sure we don't get him intercepting. But that's a high pass, so you would look like this guy with the ball up here, throwing it high to his hands fast. Not the blooper ball, but, the high, pretty sharp, maybe just a little arc right to his hands. And we got that score easy. That's what that guy would look like. Sorry, hope that wasn't confusing. Again, if, this guy stays below him and this guy fights through, then he's just reversing that. And we're hoping, maybe you get tangled up with, he gets tangled up on this guy and you get that drive here. Or if he's on his back, you can see the roll action is going to be pretty good, pretty easy. If he drops with him, then, again, you're still, the person with the ball still looking pretty good. And it's still a roll, so even if he comes off, you still have alley-oop, weak side pass, offensive rebound, whatever.